Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we have a another battle of Pokemon here. Uh, uh, and before we start here with this video, I have to let you guys know that the fourth round of the 1K in the Coco tournament, the battery ran out, and I only managed to record like 20 minutes in, not even uh, the whole first round. But Shadow Rider took the win, and that was my first loss there. So far I have one tied, two wins and one lost. All I need is the last matchup, which I play with one of my other friends, Camilo, and then he gave me the win because at that point I was guaranteed to bubble like to top 8, so that way he gave me the win. We still play it. I still have the record there, the gameplay, so I can still upload it so you guys can see how we play for fun. And then yeah, but then at the end of that, I bubbled out. One of my opponents, the one who won with the Shadow Calyrex, John, he had the same points as I did, but he managed to make it to top 8, and I bubbled out, staying there at number 10. But yeah, it was pretty fun. I hope they keep doing another one like that, and hopefully I will be in the next one. I will be in top 8. But without further ado, I think here we're going to be playing the Charizard GX, the Charizard versus Victini, and let's see how this plays out. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. So now here my opponent is giving it a little bit of a shuffle, and he already gave me 2 mulligans before that, so now we need to see how we complete this. There it is. That's the cut. And let's see if my opponent manages to draw the Charizard, because remember, he's playing Green Sard, so giving mulligans to your opponent will happen. And look at that. That's another mulligan for me. 3 mulligans in that. So now we need to see and figure out if those 3 mulligans will actually help us out here in this epic battle, and if we actually can beat Charizard, because we have Mew to, like, help us out, because Victini doesn't do that good with it. And this list that I have here, I was not playing it with the Rapidash engine, so that's pretty. I was playing with the Mew engine, with the Mewtwo engine, so that's why I couldn't just have like Rapidash go second and then start spreading damage, so I couldn't do that. But let's see if my opponent here finds and another mulligan for my opponent. Oh lord! Now I'm actually starting to think if he actually plays basic Pokemons, because I know he has, because you have to play 4 Volcanions, 4 Charizards, and then off you go. And if he does not want to get damage spread, probably he's playing a Mew with bench barrier ability. But yeah, now we need to see and figure out how my opponent here will, and if he can actually manage to find himself a basic Pokemon. Giving here some power shuffle. And there it is. Now let's see if now my opponent can draw into a basic. And there it is. He has the basic Pokemon. Busted. And I take my for Molly Dullies. Yeah, don't forget to put your prices, my good sir. You don't want to lose. My opponent having a little bit of a butterish hands, and there we go. I start with also a Charizard. So now let's see if we, what can we do here? And that, oh, we have a Pokemon communication, so that's pretty good. No, we don't. We have a stadium, but we don't want to play that stadium because that will help my opponent in getting energies. So I think that is a very bad hand, because only we can do here is Cherish Ball, get Dendene, but we're trying to save those that hand, and for next turn, you know, do something cool. But yeah, it's too many good resources in that hand to just drop them there and go. There it is. My opponent's going to be taking that Welder out of that Pokegear. And that is also the Charizard and Braixen. But he also plays the other Charizard. So let's see how my opponent does here. I think he plays the other one, like the same one that I have for Charizard, but I think he's only playing the Braixen, maybe. So yeah, let's see how it goes. Welder for 1 into that Charizard, drawing through your cards, and there it is, energy attachment per turn, and let's see what else he does. Yeah, and I think he's going to be doing that Flare starter, getting 3 fire energies out of the deck and spreading them out. Probably 2 more into the Charizard, or the 3 of them going in. And I'm just gonna go energy attachment per turn. Cherish Ball, getting that Dendene, because that's the only thing that we can grab here. We have another second Dendene in hand, in deck, so that's pretty good. There it is. Yeah, this is a pretty bad hand with 2 bosses orders in hand. Whoo! And there it is. Then it discarding that. Now all we need is a Welder, so we can start doing damage. Yep, we got the Welder, but we don't have. Yeah, we're gonna do Pop-At. Nope, we're gonna thin a little bit more so we can draw more cards out of it. Yeah, he has not seen that Phantom Waves. Thinning the deck, getting 2 energies, weldering 2 into the Charizard. That's pretty good. There it is for 1 and zoop. Oof. And oh, we managed to find the Charizard, so that's pretty good. Or what we can do here is switch and do 130 instead of, yeah, that's what we're going to do. Yeah, pretty good one. And we're just gonna go ahead and, before we pass, we're gonna put Palpat, 1 boss, and 1 Welder back into the deck, so that way we have more chances of drawing it. And there it is, 130 for the knockout. And we draw another energy out of those prices. Oof. And our hand is not quite looking pretty good. My opponent is asking me how many cards I got in hand. And the gear Trying to get that, probably greens. Nope, he's gonna get that boss's orders. Probably targeting that Dendenne and taking 2 more prices. If he wants to go for the aggressive route. Because there's no way for me to one-shot my opponent. But if he does not, if he decides not to go for the Dendenne play, he can, I mean, if he attacks the active, that will put me in a very bad spot due to the fact that I will be in a pickle. But if he goes for the Dendenne, my Heat Train can survive 1 more turn, so I can do 130 to him. And my opponent now discards the Charizard Braixen. Trying to get another, there it is, another Charizard. Like I said, he placed the 2 2 variants of the tag team of Charizard. But now let's see what my opponent does. We know that he has Welder in hand, I think, and also Boss. Yeah, he's gonna use Giant Heart, getting those 2 energies out of the deck. Not going for that. I wish he would have played that instead of discarding it, because that would have helped us out a little bit. But there it is, powering up, and yeah, there he goes for the Dendenne play, taking 2 prices, pretty good, and in the process, getting 2 cards out of the deck. I think it is getting 2 out. Yeah, well, but look at that, we can't do pretty much nothing at the moment. 3 cards, not 2. It is 3. So, oof. And I think he's also, my opponent is playing it with the great potions that heals the other ones, and look at that. Also big charms, tanking them a little bit more. Hopefully, I decided to play the Giant Hearth first before I do anything else. Yep, there it is. Good. Let's thin a little bit more the deck here, and then checking out how many welders I have, and I think only 2. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 welders. So we have 3 welders. We only priced 1. Hopefully that gear will get us that welder, because that's the one we need. We just need the welder, so we can power up the little bad boy here, or we can just get them all into the Heatran and try to get a knockout. But no, we're not. And there it is, 2 welders. Beautiful. Now all we need to do is just welder 2 into the Charizard and then 130 into the active, so that way we can do a little bit more damage to it, and that like soften it up a little bit. Because even if we do, because I'm trying to think here how we win, and the way that I think we win is by, if we do 130, then he heals. I don't think he has heal, but I mean, he got greens and Malo and Lana. I saw that Malo and Lana. So if we do 130, oof, leaving my opponent with a 10 damage, that is not quite good. And also what we can do here is escape rope, swing for the 230 into that Charizard in the bench. He would not be able to knock us out, but he can still heal it. And then yeah, it's some weird stuff here that we can do. But let's see how my opponent counters or works his ways around. Cause let's see, he's going for the welder stuff. Welder 2 into the Charizard, prepping it up for a for battle there, and he draws into 1 more energy. So that my opponent here is in a very good spot, attaching the air balloon. He also got the big charm there, energy attachment per turn into the Charizard, and he's going to swing. He will be taking a knockout there, with that Charizard, taking 2 more prices, leaving him at 1. So we are here in a very bad pickle. So let's see what else my opponent does, because I think he will attach that big charm into it. But if we do not get something else going on, we are gonna be in a very bad situation now. But we got a Victini there. I think benching Victini will help a little bit. No, we're gonna get rid of it. We don't need it. But that energy burst could have helped us a little bit more. Putting that in and then quick balling, discarding the Pokemon communication, getting that Eldegoss. Trying here if we can do GX for 300. But I don't see. We need to draw into a Fire Crystal. Oh no, we have it. Look at that. That's very neat. Now let's see how my opponent. Yeah, he has the Welder. And then Eldegoss getting Welder. Welder playing it, attaching 2 more energies there, drawing 3. The problem is that we do not have. Yeah, my opponent's gonna take that. I'm gonna take the knockout there, taking 3 prices. But now all my opponent needs is the energy and boss. Energy and boss. Yeah, because he can get energy with the giant heart. So that's GG's. That's game. That's game number 1. Let's see here. Let's see here if we redeem ourselves on game number 2. But yeah, that was pretty close. If I would have had on a secondary Welder in hand instead of trying to do that Eldegoss, probably we would have won. But yeah, that was pretty close. And also, since my opponent attaches a bunch of energies into the Charizard, we could have used the energy burst, but like I said, it wouldn't make no difference, because like I said, we discarded that reset stamp out of the hand. So trying to disrupt my opponent, it's not quite good. Like I said, I haven't had a chance to actually play a reset stamp when I actually need it. I think that I always discard it early in the game, or there's no option or chance for me to get it like during the game or where I need it. There's always an issue with it. But yeah. Let's see here. Let's see how we start, or if we can do something good out of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we have Mewtwo here. But look at that hand. No supporters in hand. No Welder. No gear. No nothing, so that we can survive. So right at the back we have a not a good hand. And also my opponent's playing Victini in his deck. That's pretty neato. That is pretty neato. And my opponent is going first. Let's see here what he does. Because right now my opponent has, I think it is let's see what he has there. I think he has, yeah, another Charizard, energy attachment per turn, and pass. So he will pass. I will draw, but like I said, nothing here, just an energy, and that's pretty much it. What we can do. And this air balloon, Victini play. That's pretty much it. Yeah, that's all we can do. Well, just gonna take that back and just play the air balloon, because I really do not need that Victini at all. And a sad pass for me. And my opponent also playing Crushing Hammers. Oh good lord, this kid has everything. A little bit of of everything there. But right now, my opponent has a huge advantage right now. And he's gonna get that welder. Yep. And then welder 2 into the Charizard. Hopefully he gets a air balloon, or hopefully he doesn't. Air balloon and then retreats. But yeah, the power of Green Sword, having everything that you need there. And also, I don't know if my opponent has Giant Hearth in hand, because if my opponent plays Giant Hearth, that will help us a little bit to thin more the deck, so that way we survive a little bit more. Yeah, disrupting ourselves and getting tails. My opponent is gonna be playing. Oh, he's gonna go for the greens. He's not gonna be playing that welder, so that's quite good, because now he has to attach energy, hard energy per turn. But that green can get him the air balloon and probably something else. A Giant Hearth. Yep, got pretty good gold looking Giant Hearth. And now we need to top deck probably a quick ball or a cherish ball that will help us out, get out of the breaking zone and survive, because that's all we had to do and all we can do, you know. But let's see how this works. There it is. Oh, we got calm. So that's pretty good. I'm gonna resist down my opponent because he got a lot of good cards in hand and didn't play them. And then Pokemon Communication, getting that Dendene out, so that way we can get out of the breaking zone. So that's pretty good. And we also have Cricketone in there. So yeah, this is the one of the cool lists that I was playing online. Online, I went up against Mad Party and I just bodied Mad Party with the Stoutland. You can do, it does only 40 damage, but it allows you to take an extra prize. So with Mad Party, pretty good. Pretty good and pretty busted. There, my opponent has the Big Charm, has a Welder, has a Green, has a Boss, probably another Big Charm or Air Balloon. I didn't quite see what he had there. And did it change? Let's see if we can get something good out of this. Oh, good lord! Bad hand after bad hand. What in the chimichangas is this? You need that air balloon there into the Charizard. And for next turn, we can do another Dendene. Because we don't want to play boss now. And if my opponent does 180, we can retaliate doing outreach and getting 180, 190, 200, 210 back into my opponent. And yeah, we're just gonna go there and switch and pass. That way my opponent does not knock me out. And then Pokegear. Getting 4 plus 3, 7. Yeah, let's see what he is looking for to grab, because I know he has greens. So with the greens he can get air balloon, but if he plays green he would not be able to attack with the Reggie. So yeah, he's gonna get another green, thinning the deck a little bit more. So because he needs to play the Welder, but he also needs energies, and I don't think he has that. So yeah, he's gonna go with the greens, getting the air balloon and the giant hearth to get more energies. Yeah, I think, or he can get that tool scraper and play it to discard my air balloons. But no. Oh, he had another he had there another giant heart, but he wanted to feel good and he just played the golden. Of course, I would have done the same. Like having a golden a golden giant heart. Hell yeah, I will play it. Playing his giant heart, discarding the big charm and drawing 2 more cards. Now, what I need is probably another switch, or I can do welder into the Victini. Hopefully, I can get the Vmax and I can take a knockout there into that baby Victini. Yep. And then pass to me to see what we draw, what we get. We have a boss and a welder. Okay, good. So I think that's the best play. Here, welder and Victini try to get. Yep. So we are going for the welder play here, and hopefully we can draw into a Victini Vmax to take a knockout on that baby Victini, so we can put a little bit of pressure into my opponent. Because so far in the game, we haven't not taken no prices, so that's pretty good. That reset stamp that I did early in the game helped me a little bit more. So let's see if we actually do the big boy play. Welder. Oh, we're gonna go for the Mew. Never mind then. So, and another 4th energy attachment per turn. Now this is where it gets fishy. Now we need to get ourselves a freaking. Why are we going for the Cricketune? Well, we're going back in. Let's see if we can do something better out of it. Getting that Cricketune out with the quick ball and getting that Dendene also. Yep, getting that Dendene also. Probably we're gonna play Dendene and discard that Cricketune. And we have a switch. I saw a switch there, but only one switch. Ouch! I think we should have, instead of putting the energies into the Mew, we should have put them into the Victini. I think that was the better play, in my opinion. But we're gonna play Cricketune just in case my opponent decides to reset stamp me or Marnie me. And there it is. Now let's see, do we... Oh, thank God we draw into it. Whew. Yeah. Let's see now. Yep, we already attached. All we need is a switch. Yep, that's pretty good. And then we're gonna be using the 230 for yeah, I think that's it. 230 knockout. And there it is, 230 knockout, taking 2 more prices. I think we draw into a boss there. And also, if we can draw into a welder, we can do 300 damage into my opponent. But I think, no, he has 270. Big Charm gives him 30 more. I think that's 300 exactly on the dot. To knock him out. Because what he can do here, he hasn't sorry about that. He hasn't played no supporter, so I think that he will do energy attachment per turn into the active and then welder into the bench. I think that will be a very epic turn there for my opponent. But no, he is. Oh, he's playing the Giant Hearth. Okay, he's going to play the Giant Hearth, getting 2 energies out. So I think he's going for the welder play here, which is more optimal, in my opinion. Yep, welder 2 into the bench, drawing 3 new cards. And he also gets recent stamp. Oof, recent stamping us. I mean, we didn't have that quite good of a hand, but hopefully now with the 4 cards that we draw plus the turn, we can get out of the breaking zone. Let's see here how we do. Because all we need is a welder. We get 1 welder. No, we didn't get the welder. That's the veggie. We did not get the welder. Let's see. We have a Pokemon communication and a quick ball, so we can thin. So yeah, draw into an energy. I think Cricket has a retreat cost for 1, but we'll need another switch out of there. So this is a very sticky situation that we have here. All we can do, I think, is probably energy attachment into the Czar. Yeah, try to think here. That's bad, Victor. Why you did that? But I think down here we're trying to just thin our hand so we can use the ability of Cricketune and get some more cards. And yeah, just checking what we have. We're probably gonna use the Giant Heart to discard it. We have energy, so yeah, I think that's the play. Just decisions attached to the Charizard. I think that's what we need because we have another boss. Attachment energy, discard the Stoutland, get to fail on the Hearth search, and then see what we do there. Ooh, naughty. Because if we do outrage for 210, I think it is, or 200, 818. 190, 200, 210. We can do 210 back into that Zard, but the thing is that the big one, the threat here, is just that Zard in the active. And my opponent also have Hammer, Boss, Marnie, Welder, Energy. He got the sauciest hand ever. So yeah, discard that Stoutland, fail on the search, so we can get draw 2 better with yeesh. Cricketune for 2. 1, 2. And look at that. Now we have the welder, but now we can't use it. You see our situation here? This is a when we need something and we don't get it. RIP. But yeah, all we can do is just 220 into the active, not use that. Oh, we want to go for the one in the back. the one in the back. And now we can do 210. Yep, 210. So my opponent can do easily outrage for my opponent can do outrage and knock me out. Or he can use boss. He can use boss and target the Victini, and then have me in another bad situation there. Cause he can go for that play, and then outrage to the Victini Vmax, and that way all he has to do on next turn is knock out the Victini and knock out the Mew, and he wins. I think that's the play. Oh, but he's gonna go for the Crushing Hammer. And he gets the head on the hammer, discarding that pesky energy in the Charizard, leaving us with absolutely no way to return from that abysmal hand. Because now what we can do is just 200 with the GX, if we get the energies. He's going to use Giant Hearth, discarding the Marnie, drawing more energy there. Yeah, my opponent here has the controls of the controls. And I have no second attacker power up. I had to discard the Heathran there, and then discarding the air balloons on my guys so that way I don't retreat. And then Welder. He doesn't really need to Welder, because he can just take the knockout there. But if you want to draw more cards, I think, yeah, is the best play there. And then he got Fire Crystals. Gucci. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, Outrage, because you don't need to do the 230. And then now we are in a very rough spot. Get the Victini. Victini. Get Welder. I think if we can take a knockout there into his, because we did 210, 180, 190, 200, 210. So if we do 100, we will knock him out. One energy there, and two with the Welder here. That's pretty good. And draw three. 1, 2, 3. And then we have another Welder and a gear, and then yeah, that's pretty good. We did quite good. Now we only have one prize left. Now the thing here is, what do we do to knock out? Oh, and my opponent resistance me into one. That, my friend, it is a horrible thing to do. But you know, yeah, I think my opponent here has game, to be honest. Playing another Tsar, he just taps and I draw a miserable card. So that's the important thing there. And all I have is a Quick Ball, and my opponent's gonna just get the Kricketune there and take a knockout. Easy knockout. All he has to do is get another boss and then KO another Dendenne, and he has game. And yeah, he went for that because now we don't have a chance of drawing. We can probably get the Crobat. We haven't played it yet. So yeah, let's see how it goes. Yeah, oof. So let's see how it goes. Ugh, that was scary as hell. Alright, we have the Crobat, so we can draw into 6, and finding a way to getting out of that annoying situation. But like I said, my opponent has boss, so I don't think that we can win here. Checking the discard pile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my god, what the hell? So yeah, we have absolutely no other way of getting out of here, because we have no resist stamp, no nothing to disrupt my opponent at the slightest. We can go ahead and probably play the Elder Gods to get a boss, and then probably target the other one at the bench. Maybe. I think that's the most optimal, but I don't know. Like I said, my opponent did the attack, right? Taking a knockout in the Kirkitune. I don't know if one of the cards that he picked up was a switch, and that is the most annoying part of it. Checking here if we have a welder, boss. There, that's what we're gonna do. Elder Gods, boss, the Charizard at the bench, and now energy attachment per turn, and there it is, 100 damage into the active Charizard. Let's see now. Oof! Oof! And that's game, ladies and gents, Pokemasters. That is it. Pretty intense matchup here for sure. Wow, my opponent has switch and boss, so that's probably tells us that the two cards that he picked up, one of the two cards that he picked up with the attack of that Braixen and Charizard, was no other than the boss and switch. But there it is, one cool matchup here, one of the many that I have recorded that I had to keep uploading. Is that one, and I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, remember always to leave a like and a constructive message, and I will see you guys on the next one. And hopefully I can keep recording. Right now I think I need to go and get some Chinese food for me and the G. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out, guys, and have fun.